بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Living the Quran through the Living Quran, an audio-visual translation of Tafsir al-Nur of Sheikh Mohsen Qiraati, translated by Salim Bimji and edited by Arif Huda. Audio version read out by the translator. In this 22-part series, we will be reviewing chapter 58 of the Noble Quran, Surah Al-Mujadilah, the Pleading Woman. Secret meetings. Have you not considered those who were forbidden to hold secret councils, and yet reverted to what they had been forbidden, and held secret meetings to commit sins such as drinking alcohol, gambling, and evading the prayer, and for urging one another to offensiveness and disobedience to the Messenger in his commands and prohibitions? It is these very people who, when they come to you, they salute you with a salutation that Allah has never taught you, and with which He has never saluted you, and say to one another in derision, "Why does Allah not punish us for what we say if Muhammad is truly His prophet?" Hell will suffice them. They will enter it to roast. How evil a destination to arrive at. Thinking points. In the previous verse, we read how no matter how many people gather to have private conversations with one another, Allah is in their presence and He hears what they say. Now, in the verse under review, we see an example of these secret gatherings and conversations which the enemies of the Prophet had, in which they spoke about disobeying Prophet Muhammad. The word yaslawnaha comes from the word salah, and it means entering an area in order to burn and melt that which is there. And so when a person sins, gradually over time they will reach to the stage of performing even larger sins than they used to in the past. Now, in terms of some of the words used in this verse, we see the following. The word itham, which means the sin of an individual, such as drinking alcohol. The word udwan, which means to transgress against the rights of other people. And the term ma'asiyat al-rasul, which means to go against both the societal and the governance orders issued by the divinely appointed leader of society. Orders which have been issued by Allah for the betterment of the entire Muslim society. In the case of this verse, it refers to the orders issued by Prophet Muhammad. Takeaway messages. 1. Engaging in secret conversations when in the presence of a group of believers, in which two or more people speak privately while others are present and are not privy to what they are saying, is something which has been proscribed in the religious teachings. 2. Those who work within the society to prevent evil, nahi anil munkar, must not think that by simply them telling people not to engage in such actions, and in this case the private conversations while in public gatherings, that the people will automatically listen to them. They need to persevere in these regards. 3. The continuous performance of sins and ignoring reminders of not sinning carry a stiffer penalty than just sinning once and then stopping. 4. It is an obligation to obey the infallible Prophet of Allah, and so we see that any form of disobedience to the Prophet has been criticized in the Quran. 5. We should not pay attention to the heaps of praise and commendation which people give others. The hypocrites clearly over-glorify when in public. However, when in their own private gatherings, they secretly speak about disobeying the Prophet. 6. Flattery and excessive sycophancy are signs of hypocrisy. 7. Even when it comes to honoring the guests of creations of Allah, we must ensure that we observe the limits which have been laid down. 8. Not only does Allah reveal the hidden words of the hypocrites, but He also reveals what they have hidden in their hearts. 9. Do not consider that respite which Allah gives to sinners as a sign of His satisfaction with those individuals and their actions. 10. The outcome of hypocrisy is hell. 11. Bad speech results in a bad outcome for the human being. We will continue in our next discussion with verse number 9.